All right. First of all, thanks, Doggy, for honoring the invitation. And welcome to Flavour Styles. How are you, buddy?
Good morning, bro. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. You know, we are out here trying to make things move, moving things online from the physical space, you know, and shifting, bro.
Yeah, it's life, bro. We move.
Yeah. All right. So before we get into your brand, maybe like, who are you, dude? Like, because they call you Rory, some people call you BR, but fully, what's your full name? Where are you from?
Joe, nage Rorisang, bro. Ke tlhagele mo Pitori.
Yeah.
Originally Gorangua. Joe, there's nothing to me, bro. I'm just your local nigga. I'm just pushing hustle, pushing a brand, bro. There's nothing special about me. Yeah. So that's just who I am, bro. I'm Pitori, pushing a brand, and yeah, that's what it's been about.
Yeah, but I hear you saying that, you know, umotole hustle, umotole upusha, you know, dilo. Like, but where does it come from? I mean, growing up in Korangua, where do you get that spirit to say, oh, okay, I want to hustle? Is it from your folks?
Hustle, I think it's always been around me in the form of my parents. So I saw my dad hustle, saw my uncles hustle, saw my mother hustle, saw my aunts hustle. So my cousins hustle. So like, so it's just a thing that's been around me. And there's different forms of hustling, but then the principle of hustling into one. So
it stays the
that's
same.
why I think it's just a matter of it's been around me and all of that. And then I also found resonance with hustling as well, because maybe it's because it's in my blood or but I get people hustle.
Nice. So then when does then BR clothing come into play? I mean, people hustle in all kinds of ways. You've got, you know, especially Pitori, you've got your gangsters, you know, they do their street thing. You've got, you know, your street vendors, Woma and all that stuff, you know. But when it comes to the clothing game, where do you get that to decide, okay, I want to do a little bit of a brand situation in clothing? When does it come into play?
So basically, like, for a while, I was working alongside Galax Boy, but I wasn't working there as a brand or anything. I was just the person who was giving because brand they push someone that I grew up with. So I think also being in that environment is what really sparked or get what brand myself, because it resonated with me a lot, because from clothing you can do a lot. It's like a very good place to live. So I think environment and seeing it, like thoughts Brenda Galax Boy and like being there, just seeing Galax Boy like from ground up going, it was dope. And that's what sparked everything. That environment.
And I guess it's an influence thing. How Blomalema pushing the same typical things that you're into, you end up pushing yourself into that kind of space as well, you know?
Yeah, man, that's what always happens, man. Birds of a feather,
No, and then PR, what does that mean? Like,
it's called Brilliant Recreations.
Brilliant Recreations.
Actually, it's not really a clothing brand, but I think a lot of people perceive it to be a clothing brand, which is fine. Marayona, originally we study event, we also like study event and whatnot, because the whole concept BR is to basically make it like it's just a big brand with other brands underneath, like an umbrella brand kind of thing. But then everything started value with the events, and came the clothing, and then branching out into other stuff, but just naming it different things, but it's still from the same umbrella.
So basically what it is, what I'm hearing is that you wanted it to be more of a lifestyle thing, is that when you guys doing something, it always has to be branded, you know, your way, whether you're doing events, but you can't be wearing other people's clothes or international brands or whatever. Why not, you know, wear our own stuff? Then from that, moving into music, from that moving into other things? Is it something that is like always developing and growing and basically creating a lifestyle out of it?
Sure, that's the whole like concept, because they've got everything, man. And it's like also Apple, once you get in that environment, mo berekisang laptop a Apple, berekisa phone a Apple, na le TV a Apple.
Gotcha.
That kind of stuff. So that's what I man. And everybody finds ntho ba e ratang or brand ba e ratang. So I'm trying to create a space where a lot of people know the brand via the clothing, but then when they find the clothing, they find other things like Evan, and which is why also it's I'm sure we'll get to this later, but it's like you get about balance, because also somebody will expect me to be a clothing brand in the Torajo. Every time I'm phoning, I'll expect it's already apart. It's not the case. Yeah, sometimes I got already apart. Busy something else at the moment. So it's hard, but yeah.
All right, cool. So you're saying we won, but in terms of like people that you've worked with and in terms of team wise, like, I mean, I know Hore, a lot of brands that are like on the come up and brands that are like making it and whatnot, they tend to have a good solid friendship, team, squad, gang, whatever you want to call it. When on your side, is it do you have something similar like that to like keep you on the go?
Yeah, I'm saying, when I'm saying alone, I mean in terms of ownership, but in terms of running, you can't run anything alone. So I definitely do have a team. You can't do anything without a team, man. So so it's just the close relationships I keep around me, because we're in the same space of hustling.
So speaking of relationships, I know that a lot of people also, when it comes to like selling stuff, or whether you're in media, whether you're in entertainment and whatnot, relationships are important to like build, a space where you have people that when you need something or when you need to sell stuff, you always have your go-to people. How do you build your relationships?
The biggest way to build a relationship, like for a good 2-3 years flat, it's me who goes and delivers the PR. Like, I don't. It's not a lot of times you find gig in ladies. I don't like couriering a lot. Which but they'll understand later. Because remember, everybody I deliver to, it's not we're gonna sit and probably talk about something. More especially because most of the people that support are people you've known in Pretoria, grew up with. There's that 1 or 2 people that you also meet that you don't know at all, but you can still speak something and build a conversation. So I say the biggest way to build a good relationship, and don't just let it be about the money. Check how somebody's doing. Because also one thing I get ratanga regisa cho losa wana batho first ba o tsa gore khono bona motho sa mmonang 10 years, and they invite you, say, hey bro, I see you pushing clothes, go support there, and you get to now catch up on 10 years of life. So it's a nice job, man. It's nice when you get to deliver. It's a good way, man. I appreciate that.
No, it sounds good, man. I mean, I've seen some of your stuff. I mean, one of my favorite pieces I saw was like it was a sweater with, it's got like a multicolored sweater with the logo on it.
Sure.
In terms of sourcing, like, where do you get your inspiration? Do you look at international brands? How do they do things and then apply it here at home? Or is it like, where do you take your inspiration?
To be honest, bruh, like, I just source inspiration from anywhere, man. And then you Google something that's similar to that or whatever, I find inspiration anywhere, man. Pinterest, like a lot of fashion blogs, and then the fashion blogs are Japan, nice, and then sometimes, but the thing is, fashion is so broad, bro, and now I see myself as a designer, and I'm not that thing, bro. I'm just the person who recycles, bro, and change the end there. That's all I do, and
It's business, though.
It's
I mean, yeah,
it is. And at the end of the day, now I'm not lying to people here saying I'm the best designer on earth. No,
yeah.
I got all over the best designer. I came to move a brand and to move a certain mentality. And a lot of people be like, well, and the thing with the jacket, like that jacket you're speaking about, I only make like a limited few, and then
yeah.
So that even the next time, but I won't say serious. Hey, go get a braski related leap of serious. So hey, the manage on as far, you know, because that's how brands like your Supreme build the demand. You don't need to make 1,000. That's why for now it's not really about new. I'm not looking to make 100 million or million. No, man, it's just part of it. It's a small piece of a very big puzzle. And man, it's just starting off at this stage, or keeping it very limited. As time goes as well, obviously, market increase the capacity, but then still keeping it at that limited like amount.
And I guess people get stuck as well on the idea to say, okay, can I go over fashion designer days, but you're always designing stuff for debate days and whatnot, but it's not moving, it's not getting anywhere. You're not implementing the business and getting it out there and pushing and whatnot, you know. And I find that so interesting that you, on the other hand, you know, you're about getting the product out. You're about making sure that, you know, the idea moves from paper to reality, you know. And for now, how does that process work when you get an idea besides clothing, you know, with other stuff like events, for example? How do you get from, you know, from the idea phase to, you know, pulling it through all the way to like the product itself, you know?
Joe, I don't know what to say, because it's a very hard question that you just asked. It's like a very hard one, but a very easy one. Every engine. So believe a certain engine in me. I don't know if I can call it a certain spirit or more. So I can something, like, man, that spirit and then that's an so that's the force that I roll with. I walk with the light and feet.
Walk with the light.
Especially with anything. As long as it's anything creative, I take it very seriously, because like creativity in Fetu is one of the only reasons why I'm alive today. So it's very, very, very serious.
Yeah, I mean, creative space, just, you know, based, when I look at, you know, Pretoria, for example, it's a bit of a difficult one. I mean, how about Josie? It's so different from your Bram to your Melville's to Auckland Park. When you go there, you see the street culture, the way they dress. It's almost becoming like a cult of a thing, you know. Even if you look at someone like Ricky that's doing Cotton Fest, you know, he's not just pushing the clothing part of it. It's events, it's music, it's a whole culture, which is something that perhaps I feel like, you know, it's missing. Kamupitor, would you agree with me on that?
Yeah, man, I feel like not enough of it is happening. I wouldn't say you're not eating. You're not eating. It's just that it's not happening enough, because I feel like but Amaya, the Cape Town, the guy. My Lord and Joe, you know, make Pretoria a very fun place. But to be honest, a lot of people are starting to wake up to that fact, and
like Pitori is dope, Joe. Pitori is dope. If you think about it, like, I mean, you're from Rankua. If you look at people that are popping off right now, a lot of them are from Rankua, you know, from 25K to, you know, people in Mamelodi. A brand like Dead, the guy that came up with that brand is from Mamelodi, you know, but then most people, they pop off Gojo's, you know, but Pitori is dope. You know, it's just that we're not doing it here.
At least, you know, like, but yeah, man. So we're gonna see a lot more people pushing the whole clothing, music, culture as one, you know, collaborative thing. You know, because that's what you want, man. And nobody wants to go far for a good vibe. If you can give it to me right here, Mopitor, why would I go to a Joburg, you know?
Yeah. All right. Tell me now, moving forward. I mean, COVID-19 happens. Everyone is on lockdown. Retreat, everything in. Now things are starting to get loose a little bit. How do we move forward in terms of your brand? Are you one of those people that are also moving everything online? Are you using both? Are you going back to the old strategies? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, now currently right now, to be honest, like COVID didn't really affect it too much based on the kind of system I have.
Yeah.
You just tell me what you want and I bring it if I have it.
If you have,
so it's not really been a big deal. Can I shop and then shop like no. Like shop so it hasn't really been affecting me. I think the only way that COVID actually affecting brand would be in terms of restructuring system because we have a system where like import diaparo and then do everything that side. If it's more custom, say it's that was my system. But I realized that hey, the COVID I had to change my system. So the ideology is to now like make everything myself from Mohai, or from stitching of the shirt to printing and all of that. Which is why for Noga Winter I didn't really make, not even really, I didn't make anything because of I'm still ke reile metšhineng yana ke sa ilo testa ke sa ithuta le nna gore ke kgone go itirela dilo. And I'll probably be ready around September to actually and I'll have a more bigger variety than I used to have because now I'm making it myself.
Making it home,
So yeah, really dynamic but otherwise it hasn't really affected much, but the structure.
Yeah, another thing, that I don't know, I noticed about, especially with clothing brands in South Africa, when it comes to marketing, I find it that there's dope brands, but some of them I don't know about. It's difficult to find them and whatnot. When on your side, when it comes to marketing, how do you see yourself putting yourself out there? People right now are into the online shopping thing. Do you see yourself opening up an online store?
Yeah, man, look, I've had that online shandis like via the website, or just that my website's been down for via this whole restructuring thing.
Yeah.
Mara, the truth is, I wanna draw with like I said, with now how COVID has like structured us. That also now when the merchandise does drop eventually, I'll have to have a online shop. You will have to do more couriers now. Obviously, so it does actually force us to kind of shape that in another way as well.
Yeah. All right. No. So Rona, on our side, the platform is always open. If you need to drop music, holla at us too. We'll put you on.
We'll do it. We'll do, man.
As soon as they lift all these lockdowns, I mean, we're back. We're back at
event.
We're back at event.
Normal scheduling program.
And the thing about the event thing as well is that it's not just an entertainment space. It's also an advertising space, for everyone.
Yeah.
When you rock up to an event, you dress up. You dress up with your own clothing for people to see what you're selling.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
and that's like everything. It's like what you asked Vele about. I actually realized I actually didn't answer that question. But anyway, you asked something about for marketing, how I put myself out, man. And I just say, it's just also a space of like social media, man. Like I use social media. That's literally all I use, dog, and just people that I know around me. And then what happens is that because it's been 5 years operating, create this organic reach. But like 5 years later, 60 or 80, whatever. So it's like that kind of thing where you get your organic reach, but social media and live marketing, like you talking about your brand, you being the brand. And that's what I cry about. People don't realize who push up with clothing brand or whatever brand, like you are the brand. You can't separate yourself from the brand.
Yeah.
So if you like what's amaya pila di play hey bo mang ba tshwara di party lo ba support wa mfustane mang you get basing I'm support alone because at the end of the day you're gonna need that same support and it doesn't mean because ra supportana re tlhompane wa tshwantse re fane business in a very respectable manner man dagina go ngora khawatana because you're really brassy ke feel right we tla ka 9 mara o tla ka 10 wa ntlhalwanga just because you're or whatever but it's like as young black people push on business even when we support each other for the sake of support, we must give each other good service.
100%, yeah, 100%, yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, this is definitely one of the things that we want to do on this platform is that, to put on homies as well, We make sure when we say we support our own, we show it as well. You don't say it fair, you call up and say,
sure.
Jokingly vente, he said, platform, Zwagala reconcile food, Zwagala and it doesn't always have to be in return of something else. You just do it,
Sure.
It will come back tenfold, either way. But if you keep that spirit as well, Mopitori as well, I think for the likes of like Body Cape Town and Body Jews and whatnot, we could definitely surpass even that space altogether because the amount of talent that we have generally, it's just it's out of this world, dog.
Goodbye.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. But anyway, doggy, you know what? It's been lovely chatting to you. I hope that people, and that
sure.
we will grow the brand, man. And from your side, where do people get you? Social media? Where do they people?
More the Facebook, the Instagram, the Rorisang saul madiope.
Yeah.
The brand is Brilliant Recreations on all social medias, at Brilliant Recreations. And then for the music, it's at Dream Believe Do Records on all socials as well.
Dope. We'll make sure we'll put it out on all the platforms as well on our side, buddy. Thank you so much. Right, and let's talk again soon, my guy. As soon as they lock down is done. Sean Jaga.
As well.
Hola. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today I have a special guest, Mr. Katlego. Kaleko kasi ne batla re o Mr. Stuka, but ya go damalo kra Stuka. How are you, Kat?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
I'm good, my guy. I'm good. How you've been, man? How you been?
Yeah, I've just been surviving, man. This COVID thing, it's not easy. Yeah.
Sound like a COVID. God, I'm so tired about talking about COVID too. Like COVID this, COVID that. I love you,
Look at us now. Yeah, I mean, look at us. Look at us now. We're talking, online instead of live.
Ah, my God. I miss the studio, man. Kevin knows where the hably.
Yeah, I miss the vibes.
The vibes.
I also miss the vibes.
The vibes, you know what it is. But anyway, here we are, doggy. Thank you first of all for honoring the invitation.
Yeah, man, pleasure.
We appreciate it. So before we get into the shop and what you do, my friend, I think maybe let's start off with you personally. Where you from? How was your childhood, buddy? Like, what's a guy? I don't know where you're from, actually.
Okay, so it's on Mabupane. I grew up pretty much a very quiet boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at that time, my form of expression was soccer. Like I was really good with soccer. No, serious, dog. And then yeah.
Okay.
I actually went to the School of Excellence, dog, like for a good 5 years. Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
So yeah, I just grew up a very shy boy, very quiet.
Yeah.
You know, not a lot of people didn't know who I am or what I do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after like a few years ago, then I found tattooing,
Yeah.
Yeah, then everything changed. Like
all right. So where did you go to high
now
school?
I can't.
Before if you
Yeah,
tattooing, like
yeah,
where did you go to high school?
Transnet School of Excellence.
Yeah.
I think I started my grade 8 there. Then until matric.
Yeah. All right.
And then after I made.
Were you one of those kids? Because I know I was. I know never draw the desk, draw mabota, all those things.
And then not even though, not even. I was quite a very serious boy. Like I was even the head boy, in my matric days. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't really explore that part of me drawing all the time and doing all of that. I had to, play a certain role at school. Yeah.
Yeah. So then when did you decide, okay, I'm kind of good at drawing. This is what I want to be creative. Or was it a tattoo thing? Went straight to it?
No, I mean, I always knew that I'm artistic. I could draw. I could, especially faces. I love drawing faces.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I always knew I'm good at that. But how tattooing happened in my life is actually quite a funny story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really mind sharing that with you.
Go in, brother. Go in.
Yeah, so I was in varsity. Immediately after I matriculated, that I went to varsity, go Porch. Yeah, and then I was studying sports science there.
Okay.
And then I did it for like a year. And then the second year, when I had to go back, I was like, nah, man, this is not for me, I need something that excites me every day.
Yeah.
So, sorry about that. I need something that excites me every day.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what it was at that time.
Yeah.
And then when I came back home from Porch, unfortunately, at those times, it was when my father was really sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a few months later, after me coming home, then he passed.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did all the arrangements, everything done. And then I went to go get a tattoo of him, in tribute to.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, and I got it. When I got it, I think my session lasted for like 20 minutes though.
Okay.
And I paid a hefty 1.2.
Yeah.
So I thought to myself,
a ton more now.
for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
1.2 for 20 minutes. Nah,
20 minutes.
I need to do something about this. Yeah. So that's where it all started,
Yeah.
From there on, I was like, let me just do something.
Yeah. Oh, cool, man.
And I got mentorship.
Yeah.
The rest is history. Yeah.
Ah, lovely. And a lot of people have sometimes people get the opportunity to go to varsity, and you study and you find yourself in a space, maybe you're not happy about what you're doing, but at the same time, you know that your parents are paying for the school fees or someone is paying for the school fees and you don't want to disappoint them, but you're not happy about what you're doing. How did you find it that, okay, I'm not happy doing this, and to find something different? And like for where did you get that spirit and the courage to say, okay, no, I'm going to look for something different?
So So like I said, when I said growing up, I was a very quiet, shy,
Yeah.
shy person. So I needed something that's gonna speak for me,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you get me, though.
Yeah. But I mean, like in terms of Kuntu, how did you explain yourself? I'm not going back to varsity.
So Kuntlung, they really didn't take it very well. I mean, my mother did some extreme things,
Yeah.
for me to get away from that thought. Yeah, hore, ke sky, ready tattoo and all of that.
Yeah.
But then I fought it, though. Like I really, really fought it. And it came with a few consequences, but I had to step up and be the man that I want to be,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was really not easy for them, especially me telling her that I'm leaving school to tattoo.
Yeah.
That for her, that was like a blow,
Ne?
Yeah, but now things have changed. I mean, she can see what I was talking about all these years.
You're bringing in the bag.
Yeah, so I just
yeah.
I just had to be consistent
No, man.
with what I want.
I totally understand and resonate with that. When you know something inside of yourself, or manjo.
Yeah.
So I knew from the onset that I'm a creative, But anyway.
And look at how good you are with what you do. Though.
Yeah.
Imagine if you had let it pass away. Yeah.
Hey, my man, I'd be depressed.
Yeah.
But anyway, tell me this then. Then what happens? Your first tattoo, when was that?
So my first tattoo, I think it was in 2009.
Yeah.
I was at my parents' garage.
Yeah.
And I was tattooing my friend.
Yeah.
I still remember that day very well.
As we all do, we start getting choked. We're testing about.
Yeah, and then my friend was he let me do what I gotta do, And until this day, I appreciate him because I feel like I'm where I am because of people like him,
Yeah.
Who believed in me from the get-go,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did a letter on him. It wasn't that good. It wasn't that good. Yeah, and then I remember he gave me like 40 rand.
40 rand letter.
And you know what that did to me? It pushed me to be better, because like I've always wanted to be better with tattooing and what I do and how I manage the show. You know what I mean? I always strive to be better.
Yeah.
So that moment in J just pushed me to strive for nothing but the best out of this game. Yeah.
All right. No, it sounds good. Then how do we then get to a point where now you're busy tattooing in your garage, maybe you're starting to get more clients, and then more people come through. Now you're thinking bigger and business now. How do we get to Hummingbird?
Okay, so I had as time went by, I developed a lot of clients,
Yeah.
People who really trusted me.
Yeah.
And sometimes I would get people who are on a high profile, like your celebrities, you know.
Yeah. Name drop.
Yeah. So
name drop. We know you.
Yeah. No, I'll do that now and then. Yeah. So yeah, man. That's when I decided, you know what? Let me take this to another level, because now. Yeah, you get clients who come to me who are celebrities, and I just can't put them in the garage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have to step up.
Yeah.
And that's what I did, though. Like I just took a risk. I didn't know that it was gonna pay off. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, Soshanguve, it's not even my hometown. People always ask me why did you choose Sosha, and I just it just happened.
It just happened. Yeah.
How I even got that show, I was actually lost, and I wanted to make a U-turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I was actually lost, and I wanted to make a U-turn, and then I saw the building, and I was like, wow, okay, I need to be here.
Yeah.
And immediately when I parked my car inside the yard, then I started visualizing everything, that this is how I want it to be, blah 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 blah, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I have it today. But funny enough, I still feel it's not enough. I feel that every day it's not enough. I still need to do more. I still want to do more.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, there is so much that I feel I need to give out to the world. From my art,
more than anything,
not even.
Yeah, it's not about getting to the destination. It's about the journey and keep going and growing and growing.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to tell us a different story every day through my art.
Yeah.
I want people to have experiences. You know.
Yeah.
You know, it's so nice for me to hear somebody talking about Hummingbird and the parlor and the tattoo and me, like it happened in a very, like, you know, like a memory that they would not forget.
Yeah, 100%. I think a lot of us come to the shop, and more than anything, you know, we get an experience and we remember that moment, you know, when we're getting that too. So it's not just us just laying on the table and getting tats and that's it. You know, funny enough, my first tat was at your shop, and I have like especially in a memory. It was a party night. I remember.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point.
Yeah. I'm getting my first tattoo. I'm a little bit late. Things are going well. Next thing, there's a girl kissing me. I'm like,
I remember, yo, dog. Now this girl comes to you. She's like, yo, I love this guy. Let me kiss it. And then you started kissing. I'm like, what's going on? You know, but that's the fun part about my job and tattooing. You know, it's when people are at the shop, they express themselves however way. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole beauty of
it. I think your shop, a lot of people don't just come for the tattoos, man. It's about the whole vibe, you know. And the people as well, you know, and the people as well, the people that you work with, the way they welcome us in, the way they treat us, you know, it's good. Basically, your business in general is a dope experience, my friend. That much I can tell you. It's a dope experience, and
thank you.
Keeping on with that spirit will definitely take you far. You know, there's no. Anyway, speaking of high profile people, would you say that, you know, as things started picking up, the more high profile people you got, did that now help your business and then move into a different level and make sure that, you know, you are financially covered, the business is doing well? Was that a very important, you know, space for you to make sure that you get more and more of the high profile people, and, you know, people like Lamiez? I mean, Zinga was there. I mean, should I go on?
Okay, so me tattooing high profile people got me to be popular.
Yeah.
I'm more popular than I was before.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't want to talk about the money issue because
don't go there. It's fine.
People are watching.
I know.
but the business has grown. Has grown a lot.
Yeah.
We are able to do 1, 2, 3 now that we couldn't do before. You know. Yeah, and it's so amazing how influential people sometimes take time to, you know, push small businesses. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, Lamiez is. I mean, as she's very, like, popular on Instagram.
Yeah.
And then people love her, you know.
Yeah.
For her to post a picture of my tattoo, it's overwhelming, dog. Like, it's really overwhelming. And I appreciate her, and I appreciate everyone else. You know, everyone else who takes their time to like my picture or post about my picture, whatever, like whoever. It doesn't really matter if you're a celebrity or not.
Yeah, 100%.
But celebrities played a major role in my career. I mean, I've tattooed people like Kendoli.
Oh,
Kendoli is, I mean, he's massive, dog. Like, you know, he's really good at So when people like that post something about you, dog, people just go crazy.
Yeah, 100%.
You know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's a tricky situation because now all the pressure is on you. You know.
Yeah, you got to keep up with
So you really need to ground yourself and focus more on the art than anything else. Because if I were to focus on the fact that now people know me, it will just mess up my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So so it's a good thing and a bad thing. Not a bad thing, a challenging thing at the same time. Because now all eyes are on you. You know.
Yeah. No,
any slight mistake that you make could ruin everything. So you have to be perfect, and that's not practical.
That's not practical. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
No, got you.
So that's
yeah. I mean, the last time Nikhil go shopping, there was a guy getting a tattoo on his ribs. I mean, that thing looks painful as fuck. You know.
Yeah,
and sometimes I wonder to myself, Hori, why do people get tattoos? You get people that have sleeves. You've got people that've got like the whole back done. I mean, I only have 2 tattoos, and both of them are quite small. But what are some of the reasons that you think that people get tattoos? Like, why do they do it?
Like, I've learned that tattooing is very therapeutic. You know. Yeah, and through this lockdown, it has proven that it is therapeutic because a lot of people want to get tattooed through this lockdown.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? But like, unfortunately, we just recently opened now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I've been pressured to tattoo people and blah blah blah, but I couldn't do it because of the regulations and all of that. But but it's very therapeutic. Some people get it because it looks cool.
Yeah.
You know. Some people get it to boost their confidence and self-esteem.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of people get it for different reasons, but mainly the main reason why a lot of people go to the shop, it's because of that whole session that's happening. You know, the tattooing, chilling, the chilled music. You know, the crowd.
Yeah.
You know, it's therapeutic. Yeah. When people leave the shop, they are happy. It's not only about just getting a tattoo on your skin. It's more than that. It's very therapeutic.
Yeah. All right. No, it sounds dope. Okay, sounds dope. So tell me, when you're not inking, when you're not at the shop, what does Katlego get up to? Are you a family guy? Are you a junkie of some sort? Maybe you're into extreme sports. I don't know. What do you do when you're not inking?
So I'm just gonna take you through my day.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So every morning I wake up and I set up like a Hubbly session type of thing. You know, I put my greens on there, you know. And then I just have and then I just have like, 2 hours of my time.
Yeah.
Where now I'm regrouping and thinking about what I'm gonna do next. Anything, whether it's a tattoo or it's me going to the shop, I have to really think about it.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do next, and why am I doing it?
Yeah.
You know, and then from there, I would just get on with my day. You know, immediately after that session, then I would get on with my day because I know for a fact that I always have busy days. You know. Yeah, so that 2 hours of myself, it's very important because the rest of the hours I'm gonna give them to other people.
To other people. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And when I'm not tattooing, I'm either with family or I'm with like friends. Yeah, I would call them friends. Because but there are very few, you know, like I don't hang out with a lot of people. I hang out with the same people over and over.
Yeah.
But it's a very so as I was saying, like I spend a lot of time with family though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a 4-year-old kid. I have a wife. Yeah, I have a wife. So yeah, I spend a lot of time with them.
Boras tuga banyak lah kan tu bra.
Artwan, Artwan, we're not the same. Yeah, we're not the same.
Yeah, of course.
I chose to do that, you know, because I know how my things go. So
yeah. Because also, I mean, I think that will, for me, how I see it is that, you know, being a married guy and being a family guy as well is something that helps you be grounded. I mean, some of the things that happen at tattoo spaces and shops, you know, there's girls all the time around. Yeah. Well, let's not go there, but
yeah, let's not go there. Let's not go there. Yeah, but
it helps, you know, keeping you grounded and staying focused on the business, I guess, you know.
Yeah. You have a sense of reason why you're doing what you're doing.
You're doing, 100%.
Yeah, to make sure your family's good.
Yeah.
To make sure that you yourself are good.
Yeah.
Because you know, tattooing industry is very, very tricky because a lot of times you work on cash on delivery, you know. Yeah, and you know how money is though. When you have money, you always want to spend it. You know.
Yeah.
So you need discipline, a lot of it.
Yeah.
And you need someone behind you to also enforce it, you know, because sometimes we really can't do it ourselves.
Yeah.
You need someone to enforce that discipline and that
they do
you
it
are
well.
grounded.
They do it well.
They do it very well, especially with money.
Yeah. Papa.
Yeah. So I had to, you know, plan my life accordingly.
Yeah. No, 100%.
And so far, I'm quite happy with everything. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining at all.
Yeah. All right. So the guys that you work with, Koshopo, you know, I've seen the team. I've seen some people come in. I've seen some people leave. How do you choose your team? How do you choose the people that you work with?
It's funny you asked that question because a lot of people say that I choose my employees because of how they look. But it's really not about that. It's about what you can put on the table, you know? Yeah. For you to join my team, you need to give me something that I myself can really give out.
100%. Yeah.
You understand? I mean, an example, if you're having dinner with friends, and you're all bringing a bowl of food, I mean, if all of you bring the same bowl of food, like maybe chicken, then it wouldn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. Someone has to bring the salad. Someone has to bring the
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So you need to be different. You need to and you need to have something that I don't have, you know?
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Yeah. So that's how I handpick artists. That's how I handpick who I have.
Yeah. All right. I mean, lockdown, fella. Buddy, are we having an opening, a relaunch, something? Man, I feel like
I've got a few ideas. I've got a few ideas that I'm working on. You know, I just pray and hope that everything goes according to plan. I don't really wanna talk about it, you know, to jinx it, but something it's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen, and I just have faith that it will.
Yeah. All right. Cool. The future. How does it look? How does the future look for Hummingbird? Where do you see yourselves going?
Wow, man. all the way,
all the way to the top,
all the way to the top. Like,
mm.
you know, sometimes I would just take a moment and look at everything. Like maybe when I'm at the shop,
yeah,
and be like, wow, this was only the beginning. Wow, imagine going forward, what's gonna happen? Because that shop that everyone knows, that is only the beginning.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
That was only for me to find my feet in the business side of things.
Yeah.
So that when I go big, then I really know what I'm doing. You know.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, but the future is very bright, dog.
No.
Very, very bright. I'm excited about it.
I believe you, my friend. I mean,
yeah.
Word on the street, you know, just hearing about you from the moment I started hearing about you, I knew that you were a special guy, man, and that, you know, you're gonna do big things. I mean, the first shop, the first tattoo shop I know of, Ososha, is you, you know, and even the way you did it, it wasn't just a space fella, you know. You made it a home for a lot of people. You made it a home.
That's the key word that I always tell my team, that this place needs to be a home.
Yeah.
First, before everything, before the business side of things, it needs to be a home.
Yeah.
That's where now people feel more comfortable, you know?
Yeah, 100%. All right, my king. Where do people find you? On social media? How do people, you know, book their sessions? What's the process?
I'm on Instagram as Katlego33ink.
Yep.
Yeah. On Facebook, it's Katlego Machila. And then on WhatsApp, I have my numbers that I'm sure everyone has them.
Yeah.
But it's 076-136-2473. That's for WhatsApp. Yeah, man. That's where I think everyone. Oh no, my email. My email is Hummingbird SA20@gmail.com.
All right, cool stuff. We'll put it up somewhere here on the bottom there for people to check it out.
Appreciate it, brother.
Will do. So, Katlego, thank you so much, my guy. People, please check out Katlego and his shop and studio, Hummingbird Studios on Facebook. It's Hummingbird Studio on Instagram also, right?
Yeah.
All right. Please check out Katlego. Please get your TED, get your sessions in there. This man is dope. Thank you, buddy. And
thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for having me, man.
I hope to see you
soon. Thanks a lot for having me, man. I'm just glad this didn't really feel like an interview.
Yeah. You know?
Man, you know. Yeah,
it's
a chat.
It's a chat. You know, my guy.
Yeah, interviews really get me going. I'm like, yo, okay.
But this is online. It's me and you. We chatting. You know, one of the things I realized about this lockdown is that I really wanted to connect more with the people that I've crossed paths with. You know, whether we've been working together, whether it was in a personal space, but like let's find ways to now bring each other up. You know, let's find ways to put ourselves on, because it's more than anything that, you know, I come to the shop, I get my tag, I leave, I reference you to one person. But if I know that I can do more for others, why not, my guy?
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
Don't be selfish with what you have, you know.
100%.
Yeah, because the more you give, obviously, it's the more you receive, you know.
Yeah.
And I just want to say this. I really love what you're doing, Doc. Like your work, it's very clean. You know?
Thanks, buddy.
I've worked with you before. I know it's very clean.
Yeah.
Just keep on doing what you're doing, Doc. At some point, someone out there who appreciates art will have a look into it and will do wonders with your talent. You're doing great, man.
Thanks, my G. All right, let's connect soon. Have a good one. Have a good day, my friend.
All right, you too, man.
Sharp. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're here. It's Sunday. I've got the one and only Lamiez Holworthy. Please stand up.
Yay!
Wherever you are. Kay pipipipiya, kamara guys. It's about to go down, yo. Hey, Lamiez.
How are you, Boo?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm good. I'm good under the circumstances.
Yeah.
I'm actually really good.
I mean, people are out here drinking lingana, met lemon, all kinds of things. What are you sipping on?
Ginger tea,
Tea.
actually. Honey, ginger, and lemon.
Is this how we're fighting COVID? Is this how we're protecting ourselves from COVID? Yeah. No, it's all good. Man. It's all good. I'm glad to see that you're drinking the things that make us stay protected and healthy, yo. Anyway.
Like, I think, if anything, it is our responsibility. Or I mean, we can't blame the government. We can't blame anyone but ourselves. Like, it is our responsibility for the document.
Yeah, so I guess it falls on everyone to participate. Yeah, it falls on everyone to participate and, like, sanitize, wear your gloves, drink your hot beverages, make sure that we stay safe.
Social distancing,
100%, 100%. Anyway, enough about COVID. I think everyone has had enough of it. But yeah, let's get into it. Lamiez Holworthy, DJ extraordinaire, presenter as well, right? So
yeah, I've been presenting for 2 years now. Well, officially on SABC One.
Yeah. I think most people started seeing like a lot of your work on SABC One more than anything. Well, I know I have. Like I was saying, so people know you as a DJ, people know you as a presenter. If you had to describe yourself outside of that space, how would you describe yourself?
Different.
Yeah, outside of the space. You're not a DJ. You're not a presenter. Who are you?
Kilipar. Moyena Pitori. Omodesi. Yeah, Moyena Pitori. I own that. I think there's nothing that makes me prouder.
Yeah.
And being on such a huge platform, I wanna represent Pitori with all that I am.
Yeah.
So before anything, before I am a DJ, before I am a presenter, before I am a public figure, I am my mother's child, I am my husband's wife, and a Pitori.
Yeah. Then we get to you becoming Lamiez Holworthy. Now, was that your first choice?
That's my real name. I didn't have a choice.
I know it's your real name, but what I'm saying is, was it your first DJ choice in terms of names? Or were you there like,
No. So when I started DJing 10 years ago, because 2020 marks exactly 10 years since I started DJing.
Damn.
Yeah, it's been that long. Obviously, you look at other female DJs, you ask people for their opinions. Miss Meezy. I'm just like, no, man. What Miss Mangman give a banchi? Miss Mangman, Lady Mangman. So I was just like, and then it's crazy because I was like, Lamiez Holworthy. It sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And then Fistas, Ario, your name sounds international, Like, go with Lamiez Holworthy. Cut the DJ, you're a brand. Outside of just DJ, because I think DJ Lamiez or DJ Lamiez Holworthy is limiting.
Yeah.
And all these years later, I've built, I'd like to believe, a solid brand outside of just music.
Yeah.
And Lamiez Holworthy fits in everywhere.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
International.
I think I mean, I remember a couple of years back when I was working for Liquid Zone and I was designing some posters and whatnot, and every time I design your poster, it would go to you and then it would come back and like, I was like, Marona speech, hey, Lamiez and I'm like, okay. Okay. I think now I get it.
And I think
yeah.
I'm glad that you do. And for people at home, this is where the importance of building a brand comes into play.
Yeah.
So reality is image is everything, but also you are a walking billboard for your business. So no one's going to take you seriously.
Yeah.
So for me, the little things matter.
Yeah.
Writing DJ Lamiez on a flyer is upsetting because I've worked so hard.
Well, I had to learn the hard way.
You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I for one, am very finicky when it comes to such. I am very particular when it comes to my name.
Yeah.
Because I have worked so hard to build a solid brand.
Yeah, no, 100%. I get
so,
it.
yeah.
No. So, coming from Pretoria, I mean, I could call it the DJ Mecca land. Like, there's so many DJs in Pretoria. It's so hard to stand out. What makes you think, made you stand out?
Well, when I started DJing, there weren't a lot of female DJs. Shout out to women like Zintle, who's been in the game for a while.
Yeah.
DJ Toms, also Soweto, and she inspired me. Lady Leah inspired me. So when I started 10 years ago, there weren't a lot of female DJs.
Yeah.
And that's when I started playing. And crazy enough, my mom started managing me. And she was very clear on you are a woman, so own it.
Own it.
Yeah. You are not going to go to a gig and you must take your brand seriously. You must always dress the part. You must have dope equipment. You must have the latest music, and you must be on time. And just treat yourself like a business.
Yeah.
And people will then take you seriously. So now from the get-go, from the onset, my mom managed me. She would take me to my gigs. She was very finicky. Very finicky, or very particular. If Lamiez or Atlat, But in that same breath, I've also, and this is to any female DJ, I have a problem with people allowing my being a woman to define who I am.
Who you are.
Yes, I am a woman, but I'm a DJ.
First,
so instead of putting me into a little corner, I'm just a female DJ, I am a DJ. It's funny because that's a compliment that I get a lot. I still do. And I never know how to receive it. Like, are you saying that women aren't as good as men, and that when a woman is actually good, and that now means that it equals to masculinity or just being a man?
Generally, there is a shortage of women in the industry, and there isn't enough opportunities for them. I mean, you still get flyers that have a full-on, 10 list of people. It's like male-dominated, and sometimes it does feel like they're filling in spaces. Good female, they're just in it, and whatnot. On your side, do you advocate also to say, okay, look, as much as there's a shortage and whatnot, do you advocate for other women to be pushing to
I do 100%. I put as many women on as possible, because for me, shining the light on someone else is not going to dim mine. And I agree and I disagree with what you're saying. There aren't many opportunities for women. I think times have changed. And we can no longer use being Musadi as an excuse for not taking up space. Create the opportunities now, and you go and you own spaces. I mean, how I got Live M in a world where society boxes Basadi. You must look a certain way, you must dress a certain way, you must speak a certain way, and everyone is trying to sound like the other. I got Live M because I am authentic, I am real, I am different.
Yeah.
So by standing out and being authentically me, that was my power. There was no way because I stood out so much.
Yeah.
So right now, for any woman, it is time to take up space.
Sure.
You kick the door down or you build your own building.
Yeah.
We can no longer use these excuses or look for people or things to blame when we must take up space and we must own spaces.
Yeah.
So I think right now there is nothing more powerful than being a woman. There is nothing more powerful than being a young Black woman right now.
Yeah.
Like, that for me is powerful.
Yeah.
Like and being Black is the most beautiful thing. But we are man. The world is finally catching on.
Yeah. Well, I hope look, it's either you kick it down, you push it down. Just do it. Just get in there, do the most. All right. So, people hit it big time. It scales up. You become a DJ, you become a presenter, and more. How important is it for you to now diversify, right? Outside of being just an entertainer, what does Lamiez get up to? I know people get into fashion, people get into, I don't know, construction, you name it, is it something that,
business, I'm not going to talk too much about it.
Yeah.
But you mentioned construction. That's something that I've recently ventured into. And business, making money.
Yeah. I mean, you're a very fashionable lady. I mean, I've seen your Instagram and I know there's a lot of ladies that could use some tips,
but I think it's a Pretorian thing. Like, like it's just who we are. So business, I'm a philanthropist. I do a lot of charity work.
Oh, great.
I am actually building an orphanage, and a big shout out to Tepi, because he's helping me with it. And that is something that is so close to my heart.
Yeah.
It is something that I dreamt of. I saw it. But way it has to happen.
Yeah.
I shared this with him in passing, and he was like, I'm on board.
Yeah.
So that for me right now is the biggest project that I'm working on.
Oh, great.
So TV, radio, DJing, business, and I'm also working on a fashion line. So the initial idea was just focus on bikers.
Yeah.
But there's just so many things that I love, including shoes.
Yeah.
And I'm doing something really dope with Supega, which is big because they're like international.
That sounds awesome.
So that's pretty exciting. I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
And I'm just about changing the world one beat at a time.
Hey man, Rona, Flavour Market, as soon as those things are out, please plug us so that we can plug you as well. I mean, I wouldn't mind a Supega, Joe. Come on.
Well, obviously, I'm going to send out press packs to influencers and people that I deem close to my heart. And you guys are family. So, I don't see why not.
Sure.
And I think outside of me, just giving you guys the credit that you deserve. Creating platforms for Banabakasi is amazing. Seeing someone like Tepi and how he rides for Banabakasi and how he inspires them. That's why that's why we relate so much, because I believe 100% that it is our responsibility that it is possible, that you are not your circumstances, you are not your background, and your circumstances should not limit you, and it has absolutely nothing, if anything, that should push you, and you see people like, let's say, and here they are, and they're doing amazing stuff. You see 100%. And it's not like with a silver spoon in my mouth. But I worked hard.
Yeah.
So for me, I am all for advocate for women, young girls, that it is possible, but also that it really is possible.
Yeah.
It really is possible to live in a beautiful house. We are, where
100%.
you don't have to settle.
Yeah.
You don't have to settle. You don't have to sell your soul to the devil. And yeah, learn on social media. That's like a whole topic for
another day.
Like a whole, Get out and just don't believe the hype. I show you what I want you to see. I show you the good. You don't know. So just stop putting yourselves under unnecessary pressure. It's not worth it.
Yeah, no, got you. And I think, it's important for us. I mean, with this platform, when we started with it, is that we wanted to show not just, the success stories, but like everyone that's on the come up as well, And, thank you as well for, honoring the invitation and sharing your story and showing people, Kukasi, or anywhere in the world to say, yo, I'm here, I'm doing it. You can too,
Black child is possible.
Black child is possible, yo. So tell me, I mean, you're a very good DJ. Mararinyaka music. When are you producing something? When is Lamiez dropping?
So I actually am working on something.
Is it?
Well, COVID happened, and I don't think releasing music right now would be wise.
Oh, yeah.
I've been advised by quite a few people that it wouldn't be wise to release right now.
Yeah.
But I am working on something. I'm pretty excited about it.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah.
Okay. So, hintinya piano, deep house.
Hey, lo jaiba.
Yeah? Or
Lo jaiba. It's just really good music. And I think that's also why I don't limit myself. I don't box myself.
Yeah.
I play good music. I play what is relevant.
Yeah.
I am a mainstream DJ, and I am not going to limit myself. DJs.
Yeah.
And I think that's a problem that a lot of Praetorian DJs have.
Yeah.
And then piano ya fitla ya ba school.
I mean,
look
at us now.
So for me, I play good music. I'm not gonna box myself into I am a deep house DJ, I am a soulful house DJ. I play what is relevant, I read the crowd, I play what I feel, and I play from the heart.
Well, speaking of not boxing, once. I mean, why not?
It will be good music.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of not boxing yourself, we've seen the likes of, Trevor Noah, Black Coffee, now Euphonic, aka Temba, it seems like a lot of, there's a come up in the international space for South Africans. Are you, planning on going international, doing more gigs, doing collaborations internationally?
I think just to tick the box and say I've done it. Definitely. But I think I just turned 28 and I think my focus is slowly shifting. So will I still be a DJ after 5 years? I don't know. But I'll definitely still be in the entertainment space. So in terms of international gigs and doing things that side, it'll just be to tick boxes. I did it. And I think that's the unfortunate part. 2020 was supposed to be that year for a lot of us. I had gigs, international gigs lined up. I did Australia last year, which is pretty dope. So yeah, I think definitely international gigs, doing stuff that side to tick boxes. And that's where the Supega thing comes in. Because that is now outside of me as a DJ alone. And I think things are shifting and it'll slowly unfold. You guys will get to see where I should be or where I've been working towards when the time is right. It's just unfortunate that
Tell me about it. I mean, here we are,
Yeah.
study online.
Me bra, ingever jaiva, what was Sarutologa? Ingever jaiva. Like, you know, I think about the Lost Montana Flavour market.
Yeah.
And that was crazy. That was so crazy.
Yeah, no, that was amazing. That was amazing.
It was crazy.
You know, I just thought of something right now, and I realized a lot of DJs, more whether it be Pitoro or anyway, that are on the come up, you know, where they play in terms of, you know, diverse spaces, right? You can play in a club, you can play in a market, you can play in an award show, you can play, you know, pretty much as well. You know, last time I saw you DJ, where was I? Sun Arena, and it was a Christmas thing at Swan, I think, or something like that. And I've noticed
Go Times Square.
Go Times Square, yeah, go Times Square.
Well, the behind the scenes, which a lot of people, you guys wouldn't know, was a nightmare. But the love that I received there was insane.
I saw the nightmare, but anyway. Yeah.
But it was beautiful, man, and that's the one thing that I'll never take for granted. Like, and it's something I keep trying.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just seeing how people embrace me more high. And that is why I am as confident as I am. Anywhere in the world, because I am celebrated at home.
Yeah.
I am celebrated by Praetorians. So I get to like my Josie, I get to like anyone.
Sure.
Because they've got me. And that is priceless, man. Like, you can't put a price on that.
No, you know what? I think we've covered a lot of things today. People are expecting music, people are expecting shoes. I mean, I think your charities work as well. We can't wait to see what you do with that. And you know, wherever you need help, please just say the word. We'll be there. Or do we need to paint? Do we need to do whatever? We are there. Thank you so much.
I'll definitely let you guys
Thank you so much for honoring the invitation. And
thank you for having me. But it happened.
Yeah.
It happened. That's all that matters. And I think, just in closing, on my end, to everyone at home, because I know that it is such a depressing time for a lot of people where many have, you know, lost their jobs. And I got very emotional, and I tweeted, you know, Badimu Baga, and I see it 100%. And the fact that we go to bed, the fact that that we're healthy, that we're able to pay our bills, that is a blessing that we should not take for granted. But for anyone going through hard times, like, as a Black African child, and that is where I find my comfort. I find my comfort in knowing that I have powers, I have spiritual beings that are so powerful that fight for me. And corona, it's to us Africans, and we're untouchable. So for everyone at home, like Robasha.
Well, I don't think I can close it in any other way. You've closed it for me beautifully, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys. Bye.
All right. Cool.